Hey there, everyone. Gen X Man back with another Solo Play Sunday, a series where I play some RPGs solo and present them to y'all here on YouTube for your entertainment or just amusement. This week we have the season finale of the Hardcasers, a ragtag group of droids just struggling to survive in an organic universe. Their original goal was simply hauling cargo, however. One sketchy job later, and they're on the run from a loan shark, the Empire, and an inquisitor bent on dragging back the Jedi Padawan Cy Cordova to his master, alive or dead. In a prior episode, the crew was enjoying a period of relative peace as they rested and refitted their ship sheltered by the rebel group under Commander Rouse Haldor. However, rescuing another group of freedom fighters, they unwittingly shuttled an entire squad of Imperial infiltrators into their midst. A fierce fight against the cornered imps resulted in the Imperial squad commander detonating two grenades within the confines of the cave. Sai was already down and wounded, and IG was very close to the blast. We rejoined the group, now, immediately after the detonation. Ringing permeates the smoky air. As it rises and falls, Sai Cordova manages to pull open his eyes, pain flooding into his consciousness alongside a patchwork of information. Above him, a tall dark figure looms, eyes glowing red in the conflagration. Something thuds mechanically, and his body cries out with every tremor. Alarms. He can hear alarm klaxons wailing. Individuals pass by, cutting through the smoke. A distorted voice begins to seep into his muffled ears. "Are you functional?" it asks. He can't seem to process the request, struggling to answer. Wait, he knows this figure. IG? He asks weakly. Affirmative. The droid answers in its rough monotone. Good, you are functional. I am taking you to your medical pod. Your chassis has sustained severe damage. Without the ability to speak further, Sai lay still, carried in the powerful limbs of the hunter-killer. Soon he hears another voice, that of Ellie-3PO. Oh dear, she grasps. He's damaged. Affirmative. I am taking him to his medical pod. Are we evacuating? Yes, Ellie answers. The base has been compromised. We are to rendezvous at prearranged coordinates some time from now. Did anyone else survive the explosion? Gonk, gonk. I can see you survived, Gunky, Ellie mentions patiently. I am relieved. But what of the organics? Their leader, Commander Holdor, was in the cave with you and Sai. IG responds flatly as he begins to climb aboard the hard shell. Commander Holdor and his soldiers were terminated. All Imperial infiltrators were terminated. We are to depart immediately. And with that, the hard shell blasts its way free from the camo netting hiding it within the forested landscape. All ships scatter in as many directions as they can. 3Z is happy to report the strike cruiser, now in orbit, has opted to pursue a larger group shadowing the base's cargo hauler, leaving the crew of the hardshell to race off in another direction. It's not ideal running instead of fighting, but with only a minimal fighter contingent and no capital ships to speak of, the group of freedom fighters must each take their chances and run to fight another day. And here we are. We're beginning in space. This is outside the planet. Once again, Hardshell is going to make a run to try to escape. The Imperials are starting off map, even though they're being displayed here. It's going to take them D3 rounds to get here. So we have to make it from here to there without getting blown up. There are some limited obstacles that might be used as cover if the hard shell can use them effectively. We'll see. But anyway, so we have our initiative order. We have all our stats in line. Let's see. Bad guys are starting at a disadvantage of full 3 rounds, natural 6, and luck die. That works. Now we're going to go ahead and speed up. The hard shell has a move of 3 since he's been refitted and refurbished and so on and so forth. So we get 3 rounds. We go 1, 2, 3. We're going to go around that object. Obviously, we're not going to fly into an asteroid. You'd have to be crazy to fly into an asteroid. At this point, the fighters appear off screen here. Initiative order is first is our Inquisitor and his Sith fighter. Not exactly a Sith interceptor or anything like that. Not so fancy. He's not that high up on the rung. He has a space of 11, slightly faster than the ties he's with. And he sees an opportunity to go after the Jedi. He is not going to wait for his fighter escort. He's going to move the full 11. There's 6, 9, 10, 11. He's making a beeline for them. No need to roll sensors. The hard shell is not cloaked, and he's had plenty of time. Now, next in line is IG. IG has manned the guns. He's ready to go to rock and roll. Also, the shields are up. They are angled towards the incoming fighters. Again, no need for rolls. It's pretty obvious. Rolling would just bog down the gameplay. So next we have Bomber. Okay, so we have our 3 moves. And we would like to keep some rocks between us and the fighter, but you know what? Hold on here. He is going to move like that. And he's going to try to keep the Sith fighter from being able to snipe at him. The range on the weapons. That looks to be a moderate shot. So, if the Inquisitor wants to make a shot, he would be at moderate range. He does not at this time. Um, he would have hailed them and said, heave 2, prepare to be boarded. He meets with static. There's that. Next initiative order is the ties. They are going to try to keep up. 10, but they are falling behind. Just not as fast as the Sith Interceptor fighter, whatever it is. He is actually going to divert to go around the space rocks. All right, that was round 1. 3Z keeps the shields up. No need to roll. New round. The Inquisitor, having not received any sort of response to his demands to surrender, is going to thread the needle and try to get them in a flank. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And he turns for his 11th move. That is going to be a short range shot. Difficulty would be 6. And he has gunnery 5D. Obviously, starship piloting is not his first profession. His first profession is inquisiting. So he's actually going to be a -1D because he moved. He did his full move. And first, though, we got to back up. Bomber is actively dodging, so he's going to be the one setting the difficulty for this guy. It's not going to be a static 6. And we have 7D plus 2 for Bomber. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 2. Bomber sets the difficulty at 15, 19, 20, 23 to hit. Inquisitor has 4 dice, so it's gonna be difficult for him to hit. He has 4 dice, but he also has fire control. 3? Well, okay. Oh, natural 6 on the luck die. Lots of 6s. There's 10, 20, 32, 35, 36. Absolutely a hit. He's only going to fire once. He's already down 1D for flying. So he absolutely hits the fighter, or the hard shell. His damage is 6D. 5, 6. He blasts away. Oh, natural 6 or natural 1 on the luck die takes away that 6, and there's a complication. We will see if it is a catastrophic complication or not. For right now, there's 16 damage coming in. We have active shields. 5D plus 1D shield. Resisting a 16. Ooh, that was close. 12, 15, 17, 18. Okay. The hard shell resists the blaster fire as it pings and spatters across the ray shielding and the very thick hull of this old freighter. Now we have a complication. So we are going to roll 4D, just as a curiosity, to see if Inquisitor overloaded something and kind of screwed himself. And he rolls yet another natural 1 on the luck die. Yes, we are going to say that in his haste, he's pushed the engines too far. He's engaged too quickly. The weapons short out. Now, this is a temporary short out he can attempt to repair. However, he does not have gunnery repair. That's not in his wheelhouse. So as he attempts to just full throttle blast down the hard shell, the weapon's short and sputter, and he's cursing in Sith and smashing the keyboard and such. And he will radio to the other TIE fighters. His weapons are out. The TIEs are to prevent the hard shell from escaping at all costs. Now, next in line, we have IG. IG doesn't currently know that the weapons have shorted out and that this fighter is a lot less dangerous than it was. So he is going to gunnery the incoming fighter. He has 5D. He has his full dice. He's actually going to shoot multiple times. So, with the range being as short as it is, and the Inquisitor not actively dodging, it's going to be very easy to hit. So he's actually going to fire 3 times at 3D. Unfortunately, the hard shell has no fire control on the poor blaster. It is old and decrepit. Let's see here. We've got 13 as a hit. 9 is a hit. And 8 is barely a hit. Oof, that was close. So IG lights this fool up and absolutely just pings the crap out of him with their little 4D damage laser cannon. So we have 3 damage to roll. The Sith fighter has a hull of 3D. And, ooh, no shielding. This might be a problem. We'll see here. Okay, so we have 14 to 16 damage incoming. The Sith fighter, oh, natural 6 on the luck die. 14, 15, 16. Exactly 16 resists. The first blast scores across the fighter's hull, but does not damage anything. Second damage, natural 1 on the luck die. Only 7 damage incoming, and we will roll for complication. Yeah, oh, natural 6 on the luck die. Yeah, 11, 7. Yeah. Yeah. About 20. 20 resist. The Sith fighter again resists all the damage incoming. Let's see here. IG. Let's roll your attack at 1D. Ugh, oh, okay. So 5, 6, 7. 7. He does not overload the actual cannon itself. However, I'm going to implement a -1D. Systems are shorting out and such. Kind of like, uh-oh. All right, not -1 on the damage, but on the to hit. Oh, man, dice everywhere. Sorry. Okay, so now we have 13 on the third roll for damage. And, ooh, the Sith fighter only resists 7. 6 get through. Sith fighter has taken 6 points of damage. This is light damage. Let me mark this down here. Lightly damage, we roll a d6. And the d6 says 2. It says, vehicle loses 1d from its maneuver code. Now, the Sith fighter has a maneuver of 3d plus 2, so it's now down to 2d plus 2. So, he's been pinged. He's been let know he's in a fight. That the hard shell is not just going to roll over. Next up is Bomber. Bomber is going to set the difficulty, basically for the incoming ties. Let's see here. And his piloting is 60 plus 1. And we have no maneuverability, so. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16. Not great. He's dodging, he's weaving. But it's only at a 16 difficulty to hit him this round. I'll make a note of that. Otherwise, I'm going to forget. Now, so that was Bomber. The ties move. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now he has to veer off, so he does not have a fire arc. He has to turn to avoid that rock. He is racing behind. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Okay. This one could potentially fire. However, if it goes wrong, he's going to hit his boss. He's not that brave. He's going to hold his fire. Same here. He doesn't really have a shot here, and he's facing the wrong way, so there are no fires from the ties this round. 3Z. is going to attempt to repair the damage to the fire control to the laser cannon on the hard shell. He's doing this remotely, so I'm going to up the difficulty. But hey, nothing to lose by trying. He has 3D plus 2. I would say the difficulty. We're going to say it's not that difficult. We'll say moderate 11 would be normally, but we're going to bump that up to a difficult 16 because he's doing it remotely and under fire. Oh my goodness, he actually nails it. Holy crap. Yep, 18. Yeah. So yeah, he actually fixes the short in the laser cannon. IG thanks him. So, new round. The Inquisitor has no weapons. He can attempt a repair, but oof, again, the difficulty is going to be raised because he's in the middle of a dogfight and there's only him. Yeah, he only rolls a 6, so forget that. His weapons are on the fritz, so he's kind of paralyzed and cursing. And he's going to, what can he do? He's going to turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to stay on them. He only moves 6. He has 5 more moves. He's going to stay on the hard shell to try to harass them. Maybe he's not going to ram them. He's not that crazy. So that's it for him. IG is next. IG has noticed that the Inquisitor is not firing and that they have ties coming in. So he's going to hold his action and wait for Bomber to move. So we're going to turn 1, 2, 3, still using this cluster as some cover. And as we come out the other side, there's going to be a shot that IG can make on that. I am going to impose a 1D penalty because they're basically they're banking around some meteors and such, so it's not the best shot in the world. So he's going to raise 5D. He loses 1 for obstacles and such cover. And he is going to take a 1 die penalty. The range is short, so he doesn't need to roll all that greatly to hit it. So he's going to take 2 shots. And a 13. Oh, a natural 6 on the luck die. And another 13. So he pings them both times. Full 4D damage on a TIE fighter. This should be fun. Oh, natural 1 on the luck die. Come on. Okay, 6 damage still gets through. The fighter resists with a natural 6 on the luck die and another 6. He resists 17. He completely shrugs off the blast. The blast actually just ricochets off into space. IG, roll your tech. 1D plus 2. Oh, natural 6 on the luck die. Hey, 12. All right. No malfunction in the fire control. So full damage for the second shot that hit TIE Fighter, and that is 12 damage. TIE Fighter resists at 8. So 4 get through. And that is, let's see here. That is light damage. We roll a d6. One onboard weapon emplacement was rendered inoperative by a major power or system failure. The gun itself wasn't hit, though. Determine which one randomly. However, TIE fighters only have their 1 linked laser blasters. So, yeah, he just knocked out the weapons on this TIE. This TIE is now out of the fight. Effectively. What's he supposed to use, man? Harsh language? So, yeah. So now we're down to two effective TIE fighters. It is Bomber's turn. He's going to go ahead and set the DC to hit him for the ties with his. I keep having to look this up. 70 plus 2. All right. 6. 70 plus 2. All right. So here's Bomber weaving. And nice. There's 10, 20, 24. The DC is 24 this round. He's doing better. So then we have the ties. The ties are going to swoop then. This guy, there is no point. He's actually going to turn and burn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He is disengaging. He is combat ineffective and doesn't want to die. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got a tie snaking around trying to get a shot. 1, 2, whoops, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This guy's trying to come around. So, TIE Fighter, trying to hit a 24 difficulty. Good luck. His gunnery 4D, fire control 2D. It's not bad. And he fires, and he has 14, 17, 18, 23. Oh, he was a point shy. A point shy. So fire tracks across space, so close to the hard shell they can smell the ionized close atmosphere coming off the ship itself as it's burned by lasers. And then we've got 3Z. He doesn't have a whole lot to do right now except angle the deflector shields. Now, the deflector shields can only protect from one direction. Since this guy got close, he's going to angle them to track on that fighter, which is going to go leave them vulnerable on their caboose. So, new round. Inquisitor. Inquisitor is yelling at that TIE to come back, and the TIE is not paying any attention because he's combat ineffective. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's basically just trying to track the hard shell. There's nothing he can do. So yeah, the Inquisitor is kind of rendered impotent right now. It's kind of embarrassing. IG, you're up. IG is going to take another. He's going to keep firing at that guy. However, again, he's going to hold his action because, and then it goes to Bomber, and Bomber's going to move his 3. Don't move that freaking 2, 3. They're making a straight line run as they move. Now he's got free and clear shots at that guy. Close range, difficulty 6. IG, gunnery 5D, is going to drop 2 dice to make 3 shots, 3 dice apiece. That's going to be a 14 a hit. It's going to be a 7, barely a hit. It's not pretty, but it does count. And an 8, another ugly hit, but a hit nonetheless. So 3 hits on that tie. He is absolutely just pelting this fool. 40 damage each. The first, 9, 13, 17 damage. The tie resists. Oh, natural one on the luck die. He resists nothing. He takes 13. Boom. And with more shots coming in, this guy is absolutely destroyed and gone. He's scratch 1 fighter. We're just going to take that guy out of the census. Sorry. No voting for you this year. So, IG has pasted 1. 2 fighters inoperative, 1 destroyed, 1 left. Bomber is going to set the difficulty to be hit this round. Piloting 6D. Plus 1. Oh, yes. 10, 22, 27, 29. Yeah, a plus. Yeah, 29, 30. An even 30. Almost a heroic level to hit this freighter because he is that good. He's got his little computer arm in there and it's doing its little calculations and stuff, and the ship's doing this, that, the other thing. Remember the episode of Mando where Zero was piloting the Razor Crest? Yeah, this is pretty much that, except better. Bomber's better than that fool. After Bomber, we have the tie. He's not giving up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's firing. He's at -1D because he's moved. It's basically point blank range. He normally had 40 gunnery. He loses 1, 2D fire control. He's actually going to just absolutely pelt the hard shell, which does not have the benefit of shields, as the way they were shielding got destroyed. So, all right, he's going to actually reduce 2 dice. He's going to take 3 shots. And again, the difficulty is 30. You know what? No, he's going to take 1 shot, full dice. At DC is just too high. He's got to use his full dice. 8, 10, 12. Yeah, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. So yeah, he even though he's on top of the hard shell, Bomber's too good a pilot. He can't pin him down. So then we have 3Z. 3Z angles the deflector shield to full rear where the TIE fighter is. We have a new round. Inquisitor is just shadowing the ship. Doesn't matter. IG is going to take 3 full shots at the guy behind him. He has 5D, point blank range, DC 6. We have 11 a hit. We have 9 a hit. Oh my goodness, look at all these sixes. Natural 6 and the luck die. Oh, another one. Oh my god, another one. 30. 32 total. He absolutely hits. My goodness, he would have hit the exhaust port on a Star Destroyer with a proton torpedo. So anyway, 4 damage apiece. I'm assuming this tie is not going to last. Oh, natural 1 on the luck die. Come on. 5 damage. Tie fully resists with a natural 6 and luck die. 13. So yeah, there's nothing there. Now, IG rolls 5. Not good enough. The weapon shorts. Okay. One of two things happens. Well, actually, if this is a natural 6 and luck die, we'll say the weapon shorts out completely and there are no further shots. Otherwise, it's either a -1d to hit or a -1d to damage. So 1, 2, 3 will be to hit. 4, 5 will be to damage. 6 will be weapon inoperable. Is a 2. So it's just a -1 to hit, but we've already hit. So to continue with the other 2 shots, we have 20 damage from the second shot. Good lord. Resists 11. He takes 9. 9 is heavy damage. And heavily damaged says, oh, natural 6. And oh boy. Ship loses 2 from the number of moves it can make in a turn. Same guidelines applies for lightly damaged loses moves. Okay, so it goes from a 10 move to an 8 move. Doesn't matter that much. And for the final shot, a natural 6 and luck die. That shot was amazing. Okay, so that's 22 damage. He resists 6, so that is what, 16 damage. So the third shot would have destroyed him regardless. And him being heavily damaged, that thing goes up like boom, just pieces everywhere. Even the Inquisitor is just like debris everywhere. So there are no more combat effective units to stop the hardshell from racing to its jump point and escaping. The Inquisitor curses and vows there will be another time. Still harassing the hardshell from a distance, the Sith fighter is obviously of no immediate danger. Its weapon systems malfunction to such a level they are incapable of firing. Further, the Inquisitor does not appear to go out in a blaze of glory smashing into them, if such an act would even disable the tough old ship. IG fires off several more blasts, and the fighter backs off beyond effective distance, securing the freighter's safe escape. The crew can only hope the remaining freedom fighters of what was Rouse Haldor's group make it to safety. As 3Z sets the nav computer, he issues a series of beeps and chirps asking, what destination? The droids look to another, and finally Ellie answers for them. Someplace where we can hide, at least for a while. 3Z acknowledges the instruction, and the pinpricks of stars outside begin to streak and smear across the blackness of space as the hardshell enters lightspeed. Well, there you have it, everyone. The season finale for the Hardcasers, Season 2. I hope it was every bit as exciting for y'all as it was for me to battle out. I do love a good space battle. Thank you, everyone who tuned in and gave me a bit of your time. I hope I entertained y'all. If I did, might I impose upon you to hit that like button? YouTube loves it when you do, and it helps out my itty-bitty little channel immensely. And if you'd like to see more, please feel free to subscribe. I put out several videos a week on a variety of subjects, but that's all I got for you now. I'll see you again in a week for another Soloplay Sunday. Look forward to it. Might do something new, so don't miss it. In the meantime, have a good one.